Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Zurich Invest event time here at the Dollar Hotel in Zurich. And with me here is now Mark Child, the Chairman and CEO of Condor Gold. And of course, we want to have a little update from you. Mark, welcome.
Pleasure to be back.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time. I think it's easily half a year ago that we have spoken about, about your terrific company. But first of all, we should say that you got some significant new investments and you have enough money, right? What happened? Who was that?
Yes, we raised 5.2 million sterling, about $6.5 million in February, so only 6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Great. And who went in? I think it was Beatty, Jim Mellon, right?
That's right. We had existing shareholders took about half of that. The main one was Ross Beatty. He's now the biggest shareholder with 8.6% of the company. Jim Mellon who's another billionaire, who's a director of the company, has just under 5%. A specialist mining fund from New York came in with over $1 million, and mining funds from London. So it was good quality institutional money.
Yeah, and I think this is also like proof of concept for you guys, because when those professionals go into a company, they normally do a very hard due diligence before, I would call it.
That's right, and the three of the people who put money in have all visited the site, or had their experts have visited the site, right. So they really know a lot about the company. It's a good vote of confidence.
Super, then let's tell me and tell our viewers, of course, what are you going to do with the money?
Well, we announced on Friday that we were going to do about 10,000 meters of drilling this year. We started at the end of November last year on some scout drilling projects, and since then we've completed about 2,500 meters of scout drilling.
Can you shortly define what is scout drilling?
We call that as not resource drilling, or not resource definition, but it's looking for new targets on the project. So we've got a big district of about 313 square kilometers. Can we make it bigger than our 2.4 million ounces we have today at 4 grams? So we drilled 500 meters on 3 or 4 holes on a quartz outcrop, and we've targeted 4 areas, and 2 of those have come back good, and we've got to follow up with additional drilling. But with that 10,000 meters, at least half of it will be resource expansion drilling, if you like. So of the current resources that we've got, there's one area of about 330,000 ounces I want to highlight, called the Mestiza vein set. And we're going to put in about 6,000 meters of drilling on that, with about 430 meters as I speak. There was a former resource on it of 780,000 ounces at 10 grams, but it was to Soviet classification. With this money, we're doing a program to convert that over to 43-101. So that could add us another, take us to over 700,000 on that area. The significance is that 700,000 is excluded from any PEA or pre-feasibility. So it can be very high-grade ounces, which we can add quite early on into a mine plan, because it's a shallow resource. So we're quite excited about that. So.
I believe that. I would be excited too. And so then you just said mine plan also. So how are, I would call it the preparations for production? How's it going there?
We passed last year all the technical reviews for the from the Ministry of the Environment for the permit. We're taking a base case of 100,000 ounces through to production. We're waiting on permits now. The last meeting I had was in January. The president has been re-elected. He's pro-mining. He wants a new mine up. And I had a meeting with a committee of 4 ministers, and they want to permit the mine. We're working with them through a number of minor issues for us. It's taking a bit longer than we thought, but I think permitting a mine always does.
That's normal, absolutely.
But the trajectory is clear. Nicaragua wants to see a mine. Gold's the third biggest.
They need the jobs, I would call it.
They get 500 jobs with it, correct?
Exactly.
It's the poorest country, it's a natural asset, and it's a massive foreign direct investment for them. So they wanted to go ahead, but it's just taking a bit longer than we thought.
Okay. Can you give us a little bit of an, let's say, time estimation, if everything goes the right way, when you might be in production?
Well, yes. If once we get the permits, and I can't, I'd love to say we get them tomorrow, but
just like an idea, I would call it.
Right. So let's say from the day that we granted permits, we would still need to do about 12 months of studies.
Okay.
And that's taking it to a bankable feasibility study and buying some rural land, the site infrastructure. and then there's a 24-month build period. So the timeline to cash flow, and our base case is 100,000 out of a single pit. So that's it, 12 months plus 24. So you'll be 36 months.
2020 around.
Yes, that's right. We can see that. But a permanent mine is incredibly valuable. And so we submitted all our studies 18 months back, and we've got the technical approval. It's just the sort of, we're into the soft side of social license to operate, and so we're working through that. But we also think we've got a major gold district where with this drilling and probably additional drilling, we aim to add another 1 to 2 million ounces of gold. So we have a twin strategy of permit a single pit, but also show it's a major gold district, and that's what this money allows us to go some way towards achieving that strategy.
Yeah, fantastic. So last question, when you have done the 10,000 meters, what might be the next on the program?
We actually have another 10,000 meter drill program on the 3 vein sets that we have. So La India vein set, which is where the reserve is, it's 1.3 million ounces. We could drill that and add another 20% or 300,000 ounces to 1.6. And America vein set, we can also take up about 20%. So the core area, without the risk, if you like, of exploration scout drilling, we're pretty confident we can take that to 3 million ounces. So it's currently 2.1, and we can take that to 3 quite quickly. That would be some of that is included within what I mentioned on Mestiza, but other is excluded. And then there's the scout drilling. If we get a really good result, then we'll follow up on that. And I mentioned we had 2 good results, Cacao and Andrea. We need to go back and do a bit more drilling on it.
Fantastic, great. So that sounds like a great plan. You are very busy 2017 and you have the money. I love that.
Yes, we have money, which is the key thing.
Absolutely. Great, Mark, thank you very much. Hope to see you soon, and we look forward to a nice news flow out of the drill program.
That should be possible.
Super, I think so too, definitely. Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Mark Child, the CEO and chairman of Condor Gold. And yeah, you heard it, the drills are turning, 10,000 meters are in the preparation. And what is even also important, the company got the money they need, and they have very prominent top professional investors like Jim Mellon and Ross Beatty. And I think that's a real sign of trust and really confirmation for the work what Mark Child and the team has done so far. And I would say, check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from Zurich.